try the distraction, the new names, the faces. I've looked for your ghost in all the wrong places. I've sat across tables and mirrored the smiles, and walked through the small talk for miles and for miles. But every hello feels like a counterfeit coin, a bridge to a country I'll never quite join. They're lovely and kind and they try their best, but they're just the static and you are the rest. I can change the wallpaper, change the whole view. I can find a new person to say I love you, but it's a different language, a different key, a song that doesn't quite resonate in me. You're the standard of measure, the original light, the one I still reach for in the middle of night. I've searched every corner, I've looked for a clue, but I've come to the truth: I can't replace you. There's a specific way that you tilted your head, a shorthand we had for the things left unsaid. Nobody knows how I like my tea, or the way that the winter affects my knee. They're reading the book, but you wrote the lines. You understood all of my unspoken signs. Now I'm explaining myself like a stranger in town, building up walls that you'd already torn down. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a heart that was custom designed for your specific part. I'm a puzzle with one missing piece on the floor, and I'm starting to think I won't find it anymore. I can change the wallpaper, change the whole view. I can find a new person to say I love you, but it's a different language, a different key, a song that doesn't quite resonate in me. You're the standard of measure, the original light, the one I still reach for in the middle of night. I've searched every corner, I've looked for a clue, but I've come to the truth: I can't replace you. Then I'm not you, no matter how hard they try to be gold. They're just a story that's already been told. I'm stuck in the only, I'm stuck in the one, because under the moon and under the sun, I can't replace you. I'm not even trying anymore. I'm staring at the wall where the picture used to hang, still hearing the echo of the door when it's saying, close on a life that I can't quite forget, in a house full of ghosts and a heart full of dead. I've tried to scrub the scent of you out of the sheets, to walk a different path on these familiar streets. But your name is a habit my tongue won't break, and every fine I say is just a beautiful fake. I can burn every letter and throw out the ring. I can try to pretend you didn't mean everything. I can rewrite the story, change the end of the play, but I can't wish the us out of yesterday. It's stitched in my skin, it's a part of my bones. It's the foundation underneath all of these stones. I can say that I'm moving, I can say that I'm through, but I can't undo us, and I can't undo you. There's a ghost in the passenger seat of my car, a phantom vibration of where you are. I reach for my phone to tell you a joke, then I remember the silence, the mirrors, the smoke. I've deleted the messages, cleared out the cache, but the fire still burns underneath all the ash. You're the color of blue that I see in the sky, the permanent stain of a long distance light. They say start over, like it's easy to do, like I'm not a version created by you. If I took out the pieces you left in my soul, there'd be nothing but shadows and a gaping black hole. I can burn every letter and throw out the ring. I can try to pretend you didn't mean everything. I can rewrite the story, change the end of the play, but I can't wish the us out of yesterday. It's stitched in my skin, it's a part of my bones. It's the foundation underneath all of these stones. I can say that I'm moving, I can say that I'm through, but I can't undo us, and I can't undo you. No, I can't erase it. The way that we felt, the way that we fell, it's a heaven I lost. It's a beautiful hell. I'm stuck in the permanent, stuck in the walls, because love doesn't leave just because time does. I can't undo us. I'm still us. I thought I could catch it, keep it in my chest, a little piece of fire to put the cold to rest. I saw the glow and I reached for the heat, but a ghost is a shadow that you'll never meet. My palms are stained with a charcoal gray, watching the best of us just drift away. I built a cathedral out of thin air and convinced myself that you were still there. try to keep the cloud from moving on, to stay in the hazy before you were gone. But my fingers are empty, my vision is blurred by every soft promise and every sweet word. It looked like a mountain, it felt like a flame, but I'm just a fool calling out a ghost's name. I burned my hands just to keep the ghost broke. I lost everything when I held on to smoke. The harder I squeezed, the faster it fled, through the gaps in my life, through the things left unsaid. You can't cage the wind, you can't bottle the light, and you can't force the sunset to pause for the night. I'm standing in the kitchen where the air used to be, filled with the version of you that loved me. Now it's just oxygen, thin and so cold, nothing for a desperate man to try and hold. My lungs are heavy with the memory of you, suffocating on what I thought was true. I reached for the solid, I reached for the stone, but I'm just standing in the garden, completely alone. I try to keep the cloud from moving on, to stay in the hazy before you were gone. But my fingers are empty, my vision is blurred by every soft promise and every sweet word. It looked like a mountain, it felt like a flame, but I'm just a fool calling out a ghost's name. I burned my hands just to keep the ghost broke. I lost everything when I held on to smoke. Open hands, nothing left but the scent on my clothes. That's how the story goes. A beautiful haze, a vanishing trail. I was never the anchor, I was just the sail. I held on to smoke, and now I'm just breathing. It wasn't a crash or a sudden goodbye. It wasn't a storm in a midsummer sky. It was the way you stopped humming that song in the hall, the way that you stopped leaning back on the wall. A little less laughter, a little more space, a slow fading color I couldn't replace. I didn't see the mountain crumble to dust, I just watched the hinges start gathering rust. I didn't lose you all at once in a day. I watched you just slowly start drifting away, a word at a time, a look then a breath. It was a quiet and lingering death. First was your heartbeat, then was your touch, then the I love you that didn't mean much. I looked in the mirror and finally saw the creases. I didn't just lose you, I lost you in pieces. The silence was heavy, like a cold gray riot. I lost you in the movies we never finished, in the light of the candles that slowly diminished. You were a puzzle I couldn't quite solve, watching the us in the water dissolve. One day a fragment, the next day a shard, until holding the memory was just too damn hard. If you'd left in a hurry, I could have been mad, but this slow motion ending is just twice as sad. By the time that you finally walked out the door, there was nothing of you left inside anymore. I didn't lose you all at once in a day. I watched you just slowly start drifting away, a word at a time, a look then a breath. It was a quiet and lingering death. First was your heartbeat, then was your touch, then the I love you that didn't mean much. I looked in the mirror and finally saw the creases. I didn't just lose you, I lost you in pieces, one piece at a time. A jagged edge here, a hollow spot there, just picking up fragments from out of the air. I'm standing in a room full of shattered glass, watching the last of you pass. I lost you in pieces, and now I'm broken too. I lost the map of where I used to stand, because I spent my life tracing the lines in your hand. I made your happiness my only holy ground, and silenced my voice so yours could be the sound. I was the shadow, you were the blazing sun. I didn't realize I'd already begun to disappear into the corners of your knees, sowing your garden and pulling my own weeds. I didn't just give, I emptied the well. I created a heaven while I lived in a hell. I put you on a pedestal so high and so tall that I didn't even notice my own steady fall. I was the anchor, I was the shield, I was the harvest in your empty field. It's a bitter confession, a hollowed out plea, but the truth is excused the coldness and I justified the lies. I saw the reflection of a saint in your eyes. I forgot my own name in the rush of your praise, and spent all my strength on your difficult days. If you were hurting, I'd take on the sting. I'd give up the world just to give you a wing. But you can't love a person into being full, not when you're trading away your own soul. Now I'm standing in a mirror, looking at a ghost of the person who loved you the absolute most. There's nothing left of the girl, boy, I once knew, because I gave every atom of me to you. I didn't just give, I emptied the well. I created a heaven while I lived in a hell. I put you on a pedestal so high and so tall that I didn't even notice my own steady fall. I was the anchor, I was the shield, I was the harvest in your empty field. It's a bitter confession, a hollowed out plea, but the truth is, darling, I loved you more than me. And that was the problem. I was a house with no one inside, a shell of a human with nowhere to hide. I loved you more than my own beating heart, and that's why it's tearing me completely apart. I loved you more than me. I forgot to survive. I can handle the silence of the empty rooms, and the way the garden just refuses to bloom. I've gotten used to the coffee for one, and the long gray hours when the day is done. I can even look at your coat on the hook without needing to give it a second look. But there's a specific sound that I can't replace, that's vanished along with the sight of your face. It wasn't the I love you or the good night dear, it was the casual music I used to hear, the way you'd call me from the bottom of the stairs, like a melody caught in the everyday cares. You gave my identity a certain glow, a softness that only the two of us know. Now I'm just a stranger in my own frame, because I miss the way you said my name. Sometimes I say it out loud to the wall, just to that secret little grace that made me feel like I finally had a place. When you said it, it sounded like a promise kept, like a soft place to land while the world around us slept. Now it's just a word, it's just a clinical fact, a hollowed out shell that I can't get back. Other people say it and it sounds so flat, like a label on a box or a worn out mat. But coming from you, it was a holy thing, a bell in the tower that stopped trying to ring. It wasn't the I love you or the good night dear, it was the casual music I used to hear, the way you call me from the bottom of the stairs, like a melody caught in the everyday cares. You gave my identity a certain glow, a softness that only the two of us know. Now I'm just a stranger in my own frame, because I miss the way you said my name. Say it once more, just in the wind, just in my head, before the last of the embers go dead. It's the loneliest sound, the absence of you in the two little syllables I'm clinging to. I miss the way you said my name. Now it just sounds like a ghost. The table is set for one tonight, and I didn't even bother to dim the light. I used to fear the quiet, the way it fills the hall, like a heavy blanket leaned against the wall. But I'm finding the rhythm in the ticking of the clock, in the turn of the key and the click of the lock. It's a strange kind of map I'm trying to draw, of a life without you, of the things that I saw. Than the people know. It's the way I take my coffee, the way I make the bed, the way I'm silencing the things that you said. It's a cold hard lesson, a long steady climb, one lonely second at a lonely time. I'm not happy yet, and I'm made of stone, but I'm finally learning to be alone. To the market and I didn't buy your bread. I didn't reach out for a phantom hand. I'm reclaiming the space on my side of the room, in the hollowed out garden where nothing will bloom. I'm talking to myself just to hear a human convincing my heart that this was a choice. It's a fragile construction. a slow motion death. Sometimes the lonely hits like a wave, and I'm digging a memory out of a grave. But then the tide recedes and I'm standing on the shore, knowing I don't need your shadow anymore. I'm not moving on and I'm not letting go. It's a slower process than the people know. It's the way I take my coffee, the way I make the bed, the way I'm silencing the things that you said. It's a cold hard lesson, a long steady climb, one lonely second at a lonely time. I'm not happy yet and I'm made of stone, but I'm finally learning to be alone. Just me in the silence, in the gray, finding a reason to get through the day. It's a solitary kingdom, a quiet throne, but I'm learning, yeah, I'm learning to be alone. I'm doing okay. Everyone tells me that I should be mad, to trade in the missing for the life that I had. They say it's been months, let the memory fade, like a debt can be cancelled or a ghost can be laid. I nod and I smile and I say that they're right. Then I go home to a house with a single porch light. I've walked through the stages of grief and of blame, but I'm stuck at the part where I still breathe your name. It's not a choice, and it's not a mistake. It's the one string that simply refuses to break. I've seen the truth, and I've felt the cold rain. I've memorized every sharp edge of the pain, but the logic of over doesn't reach to my soul. I'm a broken machine that I can't quite control. I've tried to move forward, I've tried to be tough, but apparently ending just wasn't enough. Because against all the reason and all of the shove, I'm still in love. I see you in dreams where we're still 17, before all the sorry and the space in between. I wake up and reach for the warmth of your side, then remember the ocean and the turn of the tide. It's a heavy inheritance, a permanent weight, to be the only one standing at a locked iron gate. I'm not waiting for you to come hope, a cure for the heart that keeps trying to finish what you had to start. I'm a witness to a fire that's already gone, but I'm still standing here waiting for the dawn. It's not a choice and it's not a mistake. It's the one string that simply refuses to break. I've seen the truth and I've felt the cold rain. I've memorized every sharp edge of the pain, but the logic of over doesn't reach to my soul. I'm a broken machine that I can't quite control. I've tried to move forward, I've tried to be tough, but apparently ending just wasn't enough. Because against all the reason and all of the shove, I'm still in love. Yeah, I'm still here with a heart that's too stubborn to know when it's peak, and a soul that's still looking for you on the street. It's a lonely religion, a one-sided prayer, reaching for someone who isn't even there. I'm still in love, and I always will be. I stood in the line with my heart in my hand, like a kid at the gates of a promised land. I watched the luckiest ones get the key, while the heavy iron doors just slammed on me. I've done the work and I've paid the cost. I've counted the gains and I've buried the loss, but the magic they talk about, the spark in the dark, it never landed, it never left a mark. I didn't fail at the game, I wasn't even in play, I was just a witness as it drifted away. I checked every box, I followed the light, but I'm still the one sleep alone in the night. It wasn't a choice, it wasn't a crime, it wasn't a matter of the wrong place in time. I was ready to give everything I could be, but love didn't choose me. I see them in coffee shops, holding their breath, like they found a secret that's stronger than death. I've mirrored the gestures, I've whispered the lines, but the universe ignored all of my signs. Is there a ghost in my static, a flaw in my soul, or is there just a hunger that I can't control? I'm a radio tuned to a frequency dead, with 1,000 I love you you stuck in my head. They say just be patient. They say wait your turn. But how many bridges am I supposed to burn? I'm not bitter, I'm just tired of the view of a world built for two, and I'm not one of the two. I didn't fail at the game, I wasn't even in play. I was just a witness as it drifted away. I checked every box, I followed the light, but I'm still the one sleep alone in the night. It wasn't a choice, it wasn't a crime, it wasn't a matter of the wrong place and time. I was ready to give everything I could be, but love didn't choose me. No, it didn't call my name. It passed by my house like a train in the rain. I'm standing on the platform, holding my bags, watching the taillights, the red-colored flags. I guess I'm just the ghost in the gallery. Love didn't choose me, it just let me be. I didn't see the tide go out, I was looking at the moon. I didn't hear the silence till it filled the afternoon. I thought I had a grip on it, a handle on the light. I thought I'd found the anchor that could hold us through the night. But you can't catch a heartbeat in a jar made out of glass, and you can't hold a moment when it's determined to pass. I reached out for your shadow, but I only found the air, a silhouette of something that was never really there. It wasn't a crash, it wasn't a break, it wasn't a choice that I knew how to make. It was a slow motion leak, a crack in the seal, a fading of everything we used to feel. Like water in a cup tan, like sand in a shoe. I watched the best parts of me leave with you. The hardest regret is the one you can't undo, the love that slipped through. I'm looking at my fingers like they're guilty of a crime, for letting go of heaven 1 second at a time. I should have held on tighter, or maybe let it breathe. I should have seen the seasons when they started to leave. But it's a quiet kind of losing, a gentle kind of theft, until you're standing in the cold with nothing but the left, over pieces of a promise that we couldn't quite keep. They don't tell you how it feels to watch the river flow away from the garden, away from the shore, to a place where you can't hear the music anymore. It wasn't a crash, it wasn't a break, it wasn't a choice that I knew how to make. It was a slow motion leak, a crack in the seal, a fading of everything we used to feel. Like water in a cup, like sand in a shoe. I watched the best parts of me leave with you. The hardest regret is the one you can't undo, the love that slipped through. Just a trickle at first, then a stream, then a sea, between who you were and who you wanted to be. My hands are still open, but they're empty as a bone. I'm standing in the kitchen, completely alone, watching the love that slipped through. It's gone, and so are you. We're sitting on the same couch, worlds apart, listening to the mechanical beat of a tired heart. I remember when your touch was a sudden spark. Now we're just two shadows stumbling in the dark. We speak in whispers like we're afraid to wake. The ghost of the promise we're about to break. I watch the color drain out of the sky, and I stopped asking how, I stopped asking why. Our love was fading, a slow burn retreat, like the sun going down on a dead-end street. We didn't crash, we didn't even burn, we just ran out of pages to turn. Now the silence is louder than the words we said, watching the gold turn to rust instead. I look at your photo and I don't see me, just a version of us that used to be free. We're holding on tight to a fraying thread, replaying the movies inside of our head. But the film is grainy and the sound is gone. It's hard to keep dancing had the ink and we had the pen. We had the once upon a time, and then we built the castles and we named the stars. We ignored the distance and we hid the scars. I thought we were writing a 1,000-page book, but I missed the hesitation in the way that you looked. The chapters got shorter, the margins grew wide, and the hero and heroine ran out of places to hide. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a crime, it was just a cruel taking of borrowed time. We had the prologue, the spark and the glow, but we didn't have the roots that we needed to grow. I wanted a lifetime, a permanent we, but you were a chapter that wasn't meant for me. I'm holding the spine while the memory passed, but the truth of it is, our story didn't last. The ink started fading before we were through, a smudge on the me and a blur on the you. I tried to rewrite the parts where it hurt, to dig the foundations out of the dirt. But you can't force a sequel that's not meant to be, and you can't force a heart to stay anchored to me. The dialogue stalled and the setting turned cold, and the happy ever after just started to mold. Sometimes a story is just meant to be read, not lived in and breathed in and kept in your head. I'm closing the cover, I'm putting it down on the shelf with the ghost in this quiet town. It wasn't a tragedy, it wasn't a crime, it was just the cruel taking of borrowed time. We had the prologue, the spark and the glow, but we didn't have the roots that we needed to grow. I wanted a lifetime, a permanent we, but you were a chapter that wasn't meant for me. I'm holding the spine while the memory passed, but the truth of it is, our story didn't last. Our story didn't last. It was a beautiful start. The calendar says it was Tuesday at 4, but the clocks all stop when you walk to the door. There wasn't a lightning strike, wasn't a sound, but the gravity shifted and unpinned the ground. I looked at the coffee, I looked at the light, and suddenly everything didn't feel right. The colors all bled into shades of the gray, and the forever we promised just withered away. It wasn't a heart or a wind or glass, it was the invisible line that we let ourselves pass. The anchor snapped off and the ship drifted out in a sea made of silence and shadows of doubt. The snap in the middle of my chest, the end of the rhythm, the end of the rest. The world kept on spinning, the sun spoke, it spoke. But for me, that was the day love broke. I tried to reach out and catch the debris, but you were already a stranger to me. The language we invented, the jokes that we knew, they were just empty echoes of a version of you. It's a quiet catastrophe, a private defeat, when the person you love becomes someone you meet. I watch the foundation just crumble to sand with the goodbye I didn't yet understand. They'll write it in history as just a breakup, but for me it was the moment I couldn't wake up from a nightmare that started with a look in your eye that said I'm already gone before the goodbye. It wasn't a heart or a wind or a glass, it was the invisible line that we let ourselves pass. The anchor snapped off and the ship drifted out in a sea made of silence and shadows of doubt. I felt the snap in the middle of my chest, the end of the rhythm, the end of the rest. The world kept on spinning, the sun spoke, it spoke, but for me, that was the day love broke. Everything shattered, but it didn't make a noise, like the breaking of hearts or the breaking of toys. It was just a shift in the way that I see the space in the room where you used to be the day love broke. And I'm still in the pieces. I thought by now the smoke would have cleared, that I'd be past the part that I feared. They say that time is a river that flows, washing away the thorns of the rose. But I'm standing here in the blackened grass, watching the ghost of our memories pass. The match was struck a lifetime ago, but the heat in the ashes just won't let go. I've turned the page and I've closed the book, but I'm terrified of that bleak word's look, because the ink is still wet and the fire is high in the very last words of our long goodbye. It's not a dark or a fading light, it's a forest fire in the middle of the night. I can say I'm healed, I can say it's a tide, but the truth is, darling, the ending still burns. Every how are you feels like a spark in the dry, hollow places of my dark. I see your name and the oxygen flies, feeding the flames in my tired eyes. I've tried to douse it with whiskey and time, with a new conversation and reason and rhyme. But you're a chemical I can't wash away. ready to stay. They told me the scarring would make me feel strong, but they didn't say the fever would last this long. I'm a house that's been gutted, a frame in the wind, still feeling the heat where the story died. I've turned the page and I've closed the book, but I'm terrified of the backwards look, because the ink is still wet and the fire is high in the very last words of our long goodbye. It's not a dull lake or a fading light, it's a forest fire in the middle of the night. I can say I'm healed, I can say it's a turn, but the truth is, darling, the ending still burns. Still hot to the touch, still a stinging red line on my soul, a part of the story I can't control. I'm walking away, but I'm smelling the smoke of the very last promise that we ever broke. The ending still burns, yeah, it's still burning. We were sitting in the diner, the neon was flickering low. I was talking about the summer, places we should go. But your coffee stayed full and your smile was a ghost. I was leaning in close, but you were already at the coast. I saw the distance growing like a crack in the glass. I was counting the seconds, praying they wouldn't pass. You hadn't said a word, hadn't stood up to leave, but the air turned to ice and it got harder to breathe. You didn't have to pack, you didn't have to run. The damage was finished, the ending had begun. Before the first tear or the we need to talk, before you walk down the driveway to the sidewalk, I saw the suitcase packed in your steady stare, the ghost of a girl who was no longer there. The hardest part wasn't the so long or the cries, it was meeting the goodbye in your eyes. I tried to tell a joke just to see if you'd blink, to pull you back from the edge, back from the brink. But your pupils were hollow like windows in a storm. I was holding your hand, but it wasn't even warm. The I love you I whisper whisper just fell on the floor, like a key that no longer fits the lock on the door. You were looking right through me to a life without us, while I was still here, caught in the dust. Sometimes the silence is louder than the scream. Sometimes the waking is worse than the dream. I was begging for a light, for a spark, for a fight, but I just watched the pilot light go out in the night. You didn't have to pack, you didn't have to run. The damage was finished, the ending had begun. Before the first tear, oh, do we need to talk? Before you walk down the driveway to the sidewalk, I saw the suitcase packed in your steady stare, the ghost of a girl who was no longer there. The hardest part wasn't the so long or the cries, it was meeting the goodbye in your eyes. That cold, clear horizon in your gaze, the end of our days. No need for a speech, no need for the wise. I'll already read the goodbye in your eyes. Yeah, I'm looking at the goodbye. I've been through the fires and the storms of the past. I've had the kind of bruises I thought would always last. I've known the sharp sting of a get out and go, and the dull heavy ache of a love moving slow. But this isn't a shadow, it isn't a sting. It's not like the weight of a gold-plated ring. It's a brand new sensation, a cold, hollow hum, a different kind of what have I become. I've cried at the movies, and I've cried in the rain. I thought I was an expert on every kind of pain, but this isn't a fever, it isn't a chill. It's a strange kind of quiet that's making me ill. It's not in my my skin. Usually there's anger to keep me awake, to give me a reason for every mistake. But there's no one to blame, and there's no one to hate. Just a long empty road and a locked iron gate. It's a clinical sadness, a surgical cut. Every window is open, but every door is shut. It's a grayscale emotion I've never quite felt. Watching the ice in my own spirit melt. It's not a scream, it's a long, steady sigh. It's not a question of how or of why. It's just the realization that everything's changed, and the furniture of my whole life's rearranged. I've cried at the movies, and I've cried in the rain. I thought I was an expert on every kind of pain, but this isn't a fever, it isn't a chill. It's a strange kind of quiet that's making me ill. It's not in my head and it's not in my chest. It's a guest in my house that won't let me rest. I've been broken before, but I'm telling you, friend, this isn't the beginning, and it's not the end. The air is thicker, the light is more thin. The hurt feels different this time. Under my skin, yeah, it's different. It's a new kind of lonely, a new kind of cold, a story that's never been properly told. I thought I knew the maps of my own broken heart, but this is a whole different territory apart. The hurt feels different. I'm learning it now. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop, for the conversation that never did stop. I'm holding my breath for a final because, to explain away the person I was, but the door didn't slam, it just clicked in the night. And you vanished like smoke in a hallway of light. No map for the exit, no X on the floor, just the hollowed out echo of a closing door. I'm a sentence that's missing its very last word, a melody broken, a song that's unheard. I've got 1,000 questions and nowhere to go, stuck in the maybe and the I don't know. You didn't give me a reason to hate or to cry, you just gave me a tape until the ribbon is thin, looking for the moment the ending crept in. Was it something I said? Was it something I missed? A ghost in the shadow of the last time we kissed. But there's no we need to talk or a letter on the bed, just a static-filled silence where the truth should be instead. It's a different kind of torture, this open-ended wound, like a clock that stopped ticking but hasn't been wound. Even a goodbye is a gift when it's true. At least it's a finish, at least it's a clue. But this lingering almost is a weight on my chest, a ghost with no name that won't let me rest. I'm a sentence that's missing its very last word, a melody broken, a song that's unheard. I've got 1,000 questions and nowhere to go, stuck in the maybe and in that oh no. You didn't give me a reason to hate or to cry, you just gave me a hollow and wordless goodbye. I'm wandering the rooms where we used to be, but you left without closure, and it's killing me. No period, no end to the line, just a question mark where I thought you were mine. I'm still waiting for the ending to start, but you took the keys and you took the whole heart. You left without closure, and I'm still waiting. You didn't raise your voice, you didn't slam the door, you didn't leave a mess across the kitchen floor. There were no jagged words or a sudden sharp intake, just the sound of a heart starting slowly to break. You sat on the edge of the sofa we bought, untangled the web of the life that we caught, with a voice like a whisper, soft as a prayer. You let out the oxygen, left me no air. I was ready for thunder, I was ready for rain, for a beautiful loud and explosive pain. But you were a surgeon, so steady and still, working your way through a terminal will. No shouting, no crying, no violent goodbye, just a low steady hum as the embers all die. I was braced for the impact, the crash and the riot, but you let me down quietly. You let me down quiet. You folded your sweaters and stacked up the books, avoiding the weight of my desperate looks. You talked about timing and finding our way, as if we were just taking a short holiday. It's the gentlest murder I've ever seen, keeping the crime scene so polished and clean. I'd almost prefer it if you'd screamed in my face instead of this polite, empty, hollowed out space. Give me a reason to hate you, to fight. Give me a shout, a curse in the night. But you're being so me down quiet. It's the silence that kills, the way that you smiled as you handed the keys, like you weren't bringing me down to my knees. No storm in the distance, no warning at all, just a soft muffled sound as I started to fall. You let me down quietly. Yeah, you let me go. I didn't change my number or the way I take my tea. I'm still the same person I promised to be. I kept the same dreams and I kept the same heart. I was still standing right at the start, but I watched your eyes as they started to roam to a life that didn't feel quite like home. It wasn't a scandal or a big sudden fight. It was just the slow fading of a pilot light. I was still showing up, I was still in the ring, I was still ready to but you can't hold a hand that's already let go. You can't stay in a garden that you won't help grow. It's the quietest heartbreak, the hardest to see, when the one who I wanted stopped wanting me. I stayed the same, but you found a new key, and you stopped choosing me. I'm replaying the mornings and the way that you'd look, like I was a chapter in a favorite book. Then one day the pages just started to thin, and you didn't care for the state I was in. I was an option you used to prefer, until I was a shadow you were a blur. You didn't leave because I was a ghost. You left because you found a new host. Love is a decision you make every day, to stay in the mess, to find a new way. You woke up one morning and decided you're through, and there's nothing that a heart left behind can do. I was still showing up, I was still in the ring, I was still ready to give everything, but you can't hold a hand that's already let go. You can't stay in a garden that you won't help grow. It's the quietest heartbreak, the hardest to see, when the one who I wanted stops wanting me. I stayed the same, but you found a new key, and you stopped choosing me. just the wars in the kingdom to come. You stopped choosing me, and I'm still choosing you. I was braced for the impact, the scream and the slam, for the breaking of us, and the look what I am. I expected the tears and the trembling hands, like a house made of glass on the shifting of sands. But you didn't look back with a heavy regret. You didn't look like a sun that had set. You just tucked a lock of your hair by your ear and let out a breath that was hauntingly clear. I was dying inside, I was losing my mind, but you left the wreckage so easy behind. No shaking of shoulders, no catch in your throat, no desperate words in a last minute note. It was the twist of the knife, it was the ultimate lie, to see such a beautiful, effortless bar. The world as I knew it, it was falling apart, but you walked away smiling, and it broke my heart. You looked like a bird that had finally found flight, like a prisoner stepping out into the light. I was the anchor, the weight and the chain, while I was the drought, you were finally the rain. I saw the relief in the curve of your mouth as you turned your compass and headed back south. You didn't even look like you were losing a friend. You looked like you couldn't wait for the end. If you'd only been angry, if you'd only been sad, I could tell myself that the ending was bad. But that look of pure freedom, that glow on your face, made me feel like a ghost in my own living space. I was dying inside, I was losing That smile, it's the one thing I can't quite forgive. That you're so much happier than when we lived in the house that we built, in the life that we made. I'm sitting in the ruins, I'm sitting in the shade, while you're out there shining. Yeah, you walked away smiling, and I'm just still here. We were a maybe that felt like a forever, a tangled up promise of always and never. We had the map, but we didn't have the key to the house on the hill where we were supposed to be. I still see the ghost of the life we didn't live, and the apologies that I never got to give. We were a spark that didn't catch the wood, a misunderstood grade that never quite made good. You weren't a mistake and you weren't a lie. You were the hello that lived in a bite, the story that stopped in the middle of a page, the bird that stayed singing inside of a cage. I'm haunted by the versions of us that stayed true in the parallel world where I'm still with you. It's the hardest kind of heartbreak, the what could have been, the ghost of the garden we never walked in. You were my once, you were my most, you were my almost. I see you in the faces of strangers in the street, and I wonder if our shadows ever manage to meet. In the quiet moments when the city slows down, and the us that we lost is the talk of the town. We had the chemistry, we had the timing wrong, like a beautiful singer lit the wrong kind of song. We were a bridge that didn't reach the other side, a slow rolling wave that died with the tide. There's no closure for a thing that didn't end, for a lover who stayed just a little more than friend. It's a permanent pending, a loading screen heart, stuck in the middle of a beautiful start. You weren't a mistake and you weren't a lie. You were the hello that lived in a bite, the story that stopped in the middle of a page, the bird that stayed singing inside of the cage. I'm haunted by the versions of us that stayed true almost feel the ring on your hand before the castle just turned back to sand. A beautiful nearly, a tragic almost. I'm just a living man, loving a ghost. You were my almost. Yeah, you were almost mine. I still look for your car in the driveway, even though I know you took the keys. The silence in this house has a heavy weight. It's brought me down to my knees. I used to run to you when the world got loud. You were the only peace I ever found. Now I'm screaming out, but there's not a sound, just the ghost of us still hanging around. 'Cause you were my safe place, you were my home, the only hand I ever wanted to hold. When the sky turned black and the stars went cold, you were the safety net, I didn't have to go. Now I'm hitting the ground and it's a long way down. I'm losing my breath, I'm starting to drown. I never learned how to survive the wall, because you were my safe fall. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed. I'm replaying every single word you said. I'll never leave, felt like a promise kept. But I'm waking up in a mess you left. I built my world on the strength of your heart. I never thought you'd let it all fall apart. Now the rain is coming and the roof is gone. I don't know how to face the dawn. They say time heals, but time just feels like a lie. When every heartbeat is asking me why. I leaned so hard until the wood started to crack. Now I'm reaching for a shadow that isn't coming back. 'Cause you were my safe place, you were my home, the only hand I ever wanted to hold. When the sky turned black and the stars went cold, you were the safety net, I didn't have to go. Now I'm hitting the ground and it's a long way down. I'm losing my breath, I'm starting to drown. I never learned how to survive the wall, because you were my safe fall. I'm falling now, and the ground is getting closer. The dream is over. I'm just a body in the air, reaching for a love that isn't there. You were my safe fall. Now I'm just falling.